close to 3 weeks or so in the time we've been in beta, right? So just wanted to check what stood out the most. What do you like? What are your initial thoughts about the product? Is there any specific feature which you liked a lot? Anything at all which comes to your mind?
Yeah, I just like the idea that you're not just letting your money sit in your savings account. For me, I think there is always some issue with putting some money in mutual fund, and there is market risk, right? So you're not always 100% invested in the market, even though you want to, right? So there's always that fear that you don't, what if the market crashes? So there's always uncertainty in investing in the market, in equities basically. So there would always be some amount lying in my account, right? I would just earn the interest, or in fact pay tax on it as well every year. So this has been happening for a while, and but I had also parked like some money outside of equities because of everything that's going around in the world. Maybe not the best decision, but in hindsight, but yeah, that's already investing in debt instruments even before that. So I see value that you guys are allowing just the money that is lying around and giving security for that to some extent, in the sense that I'm able to use that money immediately, as opposed to having to wait let's say a day for my mutual fund to get redeemed. So that instantly clicked. I think that was that was the biggest value addition for me.
Do you remember how much was the first amount that you added?
Yeah, so I had actually added only 5,000 because I had gotten some message saying if you do some transaction above 5,000, something bad might happen from Yes Bank. So I later realized that was the limit on the UPI transaction. But I was bitten because of this issue, right, previously as well. So I'd opened a bank account, I'd put 10,000 in it. When the limit was 2 lakhs, and I was trying to understand why my account got blocked, immediately after it got blocked. But later I found out that 2 lakhs was the period, it was amortized over a 30-day period. So per day you could not do more than whatever 8 lakhs. It comes out to 8,000. Yeah. Not exactly. I would have waited for a day and put 5,000. This was something that I was bitten before, so I was careful. I had 5,000 initially, just to also check out if things are going smooth or not. But yeah, once I got 5,000, and then slowly I just started. And it's also for me, I thought 5,000 could get spent, and then if I have to again wait a day to get my money loaded, that would be a problem. I actually also did it at 10 p.m. on a Saturday. And then you guys, my KYC happened after a day. And then I waited another day for the money to actually hit my account. So I realized there is some friction in how fast the money can get added.
Right, we're working on that. We're actually working actively on that in terms of multiple strategies. We're thinking around how to fix that. But let's see how quickly can we get there, because at the end we are also sort of constrained with the mutual fund industry's tax, with the mutual fund industry, the way it works. You started with 5,000, but then I think you did some transaction and you added some more money into it, right? Probably a much larger sum. So what helped you in terms of taking that leap of faith? How did you trust a new platform? What was the thought process behind it?
Yeah, so I think for me initially it was a black box. I knew that you guys this is what you're doing, but I hadn't seen it in action. So that actually helped me. When I saw it in action, when I was able to actually pay and I understood the workflow. So that's when I realized that this is legit, and I can actually put money. There's nothing shady you guys are doing here. So that's when I realized I can trust you guys.
Got it. I think the transaction experience sometimes does it for people. Just the fact that it's spendable.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like sending 1 rupee to a random account before you send a larger sum. Right. Something very similar.
More about your transaction experience in general. What stood out in it, or any specific thing that you liked?
Yeah, so I think the launch was in the pretty much right time for me, because I was just traveling, in a couple of days, and then I started onboarding and stuff. I was traveling in India, and in general, when you're traveling, you make a lot of transactions. So I'm at home, I probably won't make a transaction on most days, because everything is pretty much, you pay it once, or you go and pay, once in a while. But when you're traveling, you're like visiting stuff, visiting places. You're paying for small money, small receipts and stuff. So you make a lot of transactions. At least that's what I did for a week. That was the first thing, right? I got to make a lot of transactions because I was traveling. Otherwise, I would not have actually used UPI that much, not just your app. And I think the one thing that overall the two-step process did take a while for me to digest, because you are not used to it, right? So once you redeem the money, it takes a while to hit your account, and then you are not put another UPI pin. So that two-step process took a while for me to get used to. That was the one thing that once I got used to it, became much more natural. Like I started making muscle memory for it. So it becomes like a habit, right? So that was the first thing that I first felt that, hey, maybe this is something I have to get used to. The other thing that at least I had some issues was with where bandwidth was pretty low. I was traveling in hills, so of course the internet is not as good. So yeah, that is where I felt there was some lack in feedback. For example, I was not getting to know if there is internet right now. Are you guys connecting? Are you working? So apart from that, I think I've tried your app for the most part, even it was like at the top of a hill. So it's good that the UPI works there, but I tried your app as it works. It just takes two steps, which is
Something we're working on.
yeah. And I actually like you guys are pushing UPI Lite. That was also pretty good, I thought, because that removes the friction of the additional steps. So that was pretty cool as well. I thought that might actually make a lot of sense for me, because at least when I was traveling, because I had to make a lot of small transactions, made my life easier. But maybe not in general. Now I don't mind paying because I don't pay that much or transact that much.